So now, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. After yesterday's discussion about the IELTS writing exam and then the discussion upon IELTS writing exam task 1 summary writing and the introduction of the IELTS writing exam task 2 the essay writing, I am now on the vocabulary words which I think are very necessary to be well understood by all of my students, so that these vocabulary words should be in their mind. These all vocabulary words with their synonyms would be important in summary writing or the letter writing and the essay writing as well. So now, first thing is the first set of words I'm going to work on. The first set of words I'm going to work on is start of the summary. Start of the summary. When we need to start the summary, and we will be starting the sentence of that the picture explains. Okay, so now it is what known as the start. For the summary start of the summary, we can use the word the picture shows, the picture highlights, the picture demonstrates, the picture depicts, the picture illustrates, the picture expresses, the picture states, the picture cites. So these all are the different synonym words which can be used for the startup of the summary question. Number 1. Number 2, when we talk about the comparisons means when two variables will be given in the question side by side. For an example, 3 lines are given, 3 paragraphs, 3 graph lines are given, 3 bars are given. When 2 pie charts are compared, when 2 different sides of the maps are given, we can use the word for comparisons. For these comparisons, we can use the word analytical comparison. We can use the word analytical analysis. We can use the word comparative analysis in our writing. We can use analytical comparison, analytical analysis, and the comparative analysis for explaining the 2 variables that are given side by side. Number 3, the synonym words helpful for IELTS writing exam when we talk about the time gaps. Time gaps. Number 1, period of time. We can use the word span. We can use the word tenure. We can use the word track of time. So these are all the synonym words which express that there is some time gap, there is some time, there is some track that we are discussing. For an example, from 1995 to 1999, we say that over a span of 4 years, over the period of 4 years, over the tenure of 4 years, over the track of 4 years. So now, when we talk about the gap between the years, we can use the word period of time, span, tenure, and the track of time even. Then, so now, number 4. If we want to express the quantities, the effective synonym words can be number 1, quantity, number 2, total, number 3, totality, number 4, quantum, net. We can use multiple words to demonstrate the quantity in our writing. Number one, the quantity, total, totality, quantum, net, amount, figure. These all are the words that we can use to highlight the quantity of something in our writing during the assembly and during the essay exam. Number five, opinion of others. When we are going to refer that somebody is saying, we can use the word some, opine. We can use the word some, express. We can use the word some, state. We can use the word some, argue. We can use the word some. We can use the word some, describe. Some, describe. So now we can use multiple synonyms for referring to when somebody is saying something. Okay. So now, when we talk about the self-opinion upon anything, we can use the word in my opinion. We can use the word in my thoughts. We can use the word according to me. We can use the word in my perspective. In my perspective. We can use the word in my views. Okay, so anyone out of these can be used for the self-opinion when we talk about the essay or the summary and when we are writing. Number 7, when we talk about the start of explanation, para number 1. Explanation para number 1, either for summary or for essay. Number 1, we can start with to initiate with. We can use the word to incept with. We can use the word on one hand. We can use the word on one side. On one hand, on one side. In initiation. In initiation. In initiation can be another synonym that we can use for starting the paragraph number 1 of the explanation, whether it is a body paragraph of explanation 1 for essay or whether it is a body paragraph of explanation in the summary exam. Start of the explanation para number 2, we can use heading to words, moving on for. We can use on the other side, on the other side. So if the variables are opposite, we can use the word oppositely. We can use the word contrastly. We can start with. We can use the word heading towards, moving on for, on other side, oppositely. On the other argument. On the other argument. So we can use any one out of these a specific start for explanation para 2 in both essay and the summary as well. Number 9, when we talk about the exemplifications, examples, exemplifications. Number one, we talk about the exemplification or the examples. We talk about the exemplifications. Number one, we can use the word. We can use the word for an example. We can use the word for instance. We can use the word like. We can use the word likewise. We can use the word as. We can use the word such as. So now, number 10. If we need to add a new, if we need to add a new idea in the writing, the addition words that we use to support our new idea. Number one, furthermore. Furthermore. Number two, moreover. Number three, adding to it. Adding to it. Number four, in addition. Number five, it is noticeable. It is noticeable. It is accountable. It is important to understand. Understand. Number next is finally. It can be lastly. So these all synonym words can be used to support my answer in a context of when I will be adding some new idea. I can use these addition words along with my idea before my idea to express or to show the examiner that I'm now coming up with something new. So now, the bridges, the compounding bridges, the compounding bridges, those can combine my two small sentences into a bigger compound sentence. Number one, while. We can use, however. We can even use fanboys. Fanboys. What do you mean by the fanboys? Fanboys means for. Fanboys means and. Fanboys means neither. Neither. Fanboys means nor. Fanboys means but. Fanboys means or. Fanboys means yet. Fanboys means so. So these all words can work as a compounding bridges or conjunction bridges for compounding the sentences that I would be using in the exam. So these all will be, and these all sentences can be used to attach two small sentences into a single compound one. So now, number next is the 12 one. 12, when we need to show the similarities in the variables. Similarities. Similarities. Number one, similarities in the variables. Similarly. Similar or similarly. Okay, similar or similarly. Same as. If the variables are opposite and we need to show the opposition, opposite variables. We can use the word opposite. or opposite, or oppositely. We can use the word contrast or contrastly. Okay? Contrast or the contrastly. Number 13, number 14. So now, if something is happening recurringly, regularly, regularity, if something, some trend is going regularly, for regularity, we can use the word consistent, or we can use the word consistent, or we can use the word consistently. We can use the word persistent or persistently. We can use the word continuous or continuously. We can use the word gradual, or we can use the word gradually. If there is an increasing trend, there is an increasing trend of something, we can use the word increase. We can use the word surge. We can use the word uplift. We can use the word incline. We can use the word appreciation. Appreciation. We can use the word climb. We can use the word for something going up, upward. So now, if there is a sudden, if there is a sudden, or if there is a quick rise, if there is a quick rise, we can use the word here, up, upward, then rise. We can use the word mount. Okay? So now, if there's a quick rise, we will use the word quick or quickly. We can use the word rapid or rapidly. We can use the word speed or speedily. We can use the word sharp or sharply. So now, if there is something going down, if there is some downward trend, if there is some downward trend, we can use the word decrease. We can use the word drop. We can use the word deterioration. We can use the word depreciation. We can use the word dip. We can use the word decline. Okay? We can use the word downward. Downward. Okay? So now, when there is something like approximations, why I'm writing this word vocabulary? Because I want my students to save themselves from the repetition of the words. If we will use the repetition of the words, work on the repetition of the words in exam, this will definitely be showing that we are lacking the vocabulary and we will just reduce the marks in our writing exam. So I'm working on this specific and important vocabulary for the writing exam so that You people could avoid the duplication and the repetition of the words in exam. For approximations, we can use the word approximate. We can use the word approximately. We can use the word an approximation. We can use the word estimate. We can use the word estimation. We can use the word about. We can use the word near to. We can use the word near about. We can use the word nearly. We can use the word nearby. We can use the word close to. We can use the word close by. We can use the word closely. You won't believe that in first question that I will be working in the summary question, there will be 14 approximations set by the examiner to see that how stronger you are in using the multiple synonyms for only one specific, only in one specific case. So these are words, the synonym words can be used for the approximation. Number 19. So now, if we want to show the quantity, show of numbers, show of numbers. Number one, many. Number two, more. Number three, numerous. Numerous. A lot. So now, for positivities, we can use the word. For positivity, we can use the word advantages. We can use the word benefits. We can use the word merits. We can use the word pros. We can use the word positivity. So now, if there is something negative, if there is something negative position, if there is some negative position, we can use the word disadvantages. We can use the word demerits. We can use the word challenges. We can use the word cons. We can use the word negativity. Negativity or even the negativities. Okay. So now number 22. If we need to mention, if we need to work on the conclusions. Conclusion. We can use the word concluding the topic. We can use these words. Concluding the topic. We can use the word summing up the discussion. We can use the word in summary. In summary. We can use the word at a glance. We can use any one out of these all. Okay. So now, these are 22 different categories of the synonyms or the antonyms or the important words rather. These must be in the mind of my students so that they should be able to demonstrate very effectively in their writing exam. So to put an impression upon the examiner that they have some impressive words with them and they should use these words to avoid the duplication in your exam, the duplication of the word in exam to avoid the repetition error, which is very common in the writing exam, and students make a lot of mistake of it, and ultimately they suffer in their time. So I'm giving you some time to ask me as many questions as you can, and then I will be proceeding further to design a draft of the summary answer, how we'll make it.